Republican Senator Ted Cruz asked Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson, what does she believe about whether babies are racist?
Do you agree with this book that is being taught with kids that babies are racist?
Senator, I do not believe that any child should be made to feel as though they are racist or though they are not valued or though they are less than, that they are victims, that they are oppressors. I don't believe in any of that.
So Ted Cruz is a clown, and we all know that, and that is what David Pakman is trying to point out right here. Because think about it for a second. This book talks about how babies are taught racism, which is true. Very, very young children display racial biases, and that is because the way black people in America are treated, the way people are portrayed on television, all of that has a huge impact, and kids pick up on that. They are sponges for information, and so it is very easy for young children to pick up on the biases, not only of their parents, but also society at large. That is why even young black children can express anti-blackness, because they are growing up in a society that is steeped in white supremacy. It is something that is perpetually enforced and reinforced through not only structures and systems of education that whitewash the United States' history and the personal individual racism that exists among teachers and other influencers in their lives, but also through the media and the way that the media presents things. And this is where I think the news also has a lot of culpability. Just look at your evening news and you will notice that if there's a story about a crime, somehow magically the stories about crime that gain traction with news outlets are the ones where it is black individuals, it is people of color that are the ones committing the crime. But understand, white people commit crime too, and yet somehow those stories don't make national press in the same way. The reason for that, of course, is because on one level, there are quite literally just a ton of racist right-wingers in the news media that want to push that racist narrative, but also because the racist viewer base really likes stories that feed into their preconceived notions of who is and isn't a criminal. So the structure that is the media, which is not just the news, but also movies and television, in some sense reflects society while it is also shaping society, while society is also playing a role in shaping the media. These two things create a cycle of white supremacy that culturally reinforces these biases, and children see that, children pick up on it, and so yes, Ted Cruz, even young children can have very racist beliefs. A lot of Americans have this idea of racism being an innate character of a person, because Americans like to be told that there is such a thing as smart people and dumb people, and if somebody's smart, that means they're smart forever, and if somebody's dumb, that means they're dumb forever. But that's not true. Just like it's not true that somebody is just born racist and they'll be racist their whole life. No, the reality is that we are all capable of growing and changing and improving as people. And there's no such thing as a person that is innately racist at the core of their being. There are structures, there are systems, there's an entire environment and culture around people that shapes who they are. And also there is the person that grows up within that and can choose to go through a path of personal and self-development to deconstruct a lot of those racist myths and become a better person. Just like nobody is born knowing calculus, nobody is born as a perfect racist or anti-racist. These things are learned. Except for, of course, Ted Cruz and the Republican Party at large has made its entire brand around making people proud to not be willing to unlearn their racism.
This is Ben Carollo with Rebel Headquarters. You can catch my show Galaxy Brain on the Young Turks Twitch channel every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to stay up to date with my content, you can follow me at Benjamin Carollo on Twitter. And for those of you that might be wondering or have noticed, my pronouns are in fact she, her.